If you've ever opened your mailbox, you've probably seen one of these flyers. We buy homes for cash, any condition, close in 24 hours. It sounds simple. No showings, no repairs, no stress, no commission. And sometimes that can actually be helpful, but in many cases, sellers don't realize exactly what they're signing or what they might be leaving on the table. I'm Peter with Woolcott Real Estate. Today, I want to walk you through how these We Buy Homes companies actually work, when they can make sense, and when you might want to slow down and get a second opinion. These companies, you'll see them under names like We Buy Homes, Cash Offer Now, or Sell Fast Today, and they all operate with a similar promise. They'll buy your property quickly with cash, as is, and without the traditional listing process. Some are legitimate investors who buy, renovate, and resell. Others operate more like middlemen. Their goal is to secure your home under contract and assign that contract to another buyer for a profit. And the convenience that they offer is real. No showings, no staging, no waiting, but like any business model, that convenience is going to come at a cost to you as a seller. These companies exist because there's a real demand for speed and simplicity. Life happens, like maybe a family needs to relocate immediately, maybe a property is in poor condition, maybe finances are tight, or someone's dealing with an estate sale. In those cases, a traditional listing might feel overwhelming, and a quick close buyer can provide certainty. That's the gap that these companies fill. They buy properties at a discount to account for risk, repairs, and carrying costs. But that discount can be significant, often tens of thousands of dollars below what the market would bear. So let's break down what really happens when you reach out to one of these companies. You'll call, fill out a form online, and within hours, someone's gonna reach out promising you a cash offer. They may come by, take photos, or even just use online data to give you an estimate of value. And from there, you might get a written offer, usually within 24 to 48 hours. It's super quick, it'll look clean and simple, but if you look closer, the offer often includes a very small or refundable deposit if a deposit is promised at all, long conditional periods for inspection or financing, like in excess of 20, 30 plus days, and most importantly, an assignment clause, which allows them to transfer the contract to another buyer. So instead of buying your home themselves, they often sell the contract to another investor for profit. This is known as wholesaling, and while it's totally legal, it's something most sellers don't realize that they've agreed to until it's too late. And here's how the numbers often look. So let's say your home would likely sell on the open market for something like $700,000. Cash offer company might offer $560,000. Quick, as is, no commissions. Then what they're gonna do is assign that contract to another investor prior to closing for $600,000. That investor completes the deal, and the We Buy Homes company earns a $40,000 assignment fee without ever actually owning the property. They never put a deposit down. They never took any real risk. You get your $560,000 quickly, but it's important to understand that speed came at the cost of market exposure and competition. Now, let's be clear, there are definitely times when selling to a cash offer company can be the right move. If your priority is speed over price, maybe you're behind on payments, facing a relocation deadline, or you have a property in serious disrepair, then the trade-off might make sense for you. And there are also some reputable investment groups that buy, renovate, and resell homes transparently. They don't hide their profit model, and they truly do pay cash. If you understand what you're getting into, and more importantly, what you're giving up, then there's nothing wrong with that choice. The key is to go in with eyes wide open. And here's what sellers don't often realize. When you list your home on the open market, even with commission and closing costs, you usually net more because multiple buyers are looking at your property. Sometimes you get competition, and that's how you get maximum value for your property. The average difference between a cash offer company's price and a traditional sale can range anywhere from 10% to 25%, sometimes more depending on the condition and the market. Also, many of these cash offer agreements don't involve a meaningful deposit, which means the buyer can walk away during the conditional period. That can leave a seller stuck for weeks, thinking the home is sold when it's not. If you're considering one of these offers, here are a few questions to ask before signing anything. Is that deposit non-refundable? How long are the conditions in place? Does the contract allow assignment? Can the buyer show proof of funds? What are the total closing costs on your side? And have you compared it to what your home might sell for on the open market? Even if you're not ready to list, getting a market opinion from a realtor can help you understand how far apart those numbers really are. As a realtor, I completely understand why the idea of a fast, stress-free sale is appealing and why some sellers opt for that option. In some cases, a cash offer is the right solution, but it should be an informed decision, not a rushed one. What I always tell homeowners is this: there's a difference between selling fast and selling smart. Sometimes you can have both, especially with the right strategy and the right representation. So if you've received one of those flyers or online offers and you're considering it, you're not sure whether it's a good deal, let's talk it through. I'm happy to walk you through the numbers, no obligation, and show you exactly what the open market might deliver versus what a private offer is worth. Because selling your home is one of the biggest financial decisions you will ever make. And the more informed you are, the better your outcome will be. I'm Peter with Woolcott Real Estate. Thanks for watching. Remember, quick doesn't always mean better.